Constantine #3, written by Ray Fawkes and Jeff Lemire, art by Renato Guedes. So, last issue, Constantine got his hands on, I think it was the needle? I think? Yes? Maybe? I don't know. One of the pieces of this magic compass thing that will lead to all of the magical stuff in the world. And Mr. E and Sargon set up a trap for him when he gets back to London. And basically, we see him landing in London, and he's like, yeah, nah, I think I'm pretty smart. I think I'm smarter than your average bear. But I got back here, and immediately I was knocked on my ass. And it turns out that this curse was a lot of things, but first and foremost, Constantine is deathly ill as soon as he stepped foot in London. So he steps out, and he meets up with a old friend, I guess, named Jules. And she's like, hey, I'm here to help you figure out what's up. And he gets in the car, kisses her, and she's like, no, none of that. I got a family now. Like, we're just friends. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. So how is the family? She's like, yeah, no small talk either. So tell me about what we're doing. So he thinks he knows where the lens is, the final item, and starts making his way through London. She's driving. And this car has been certified curse proof. However, that doesn't mean that things can't happen around it. So, like, they're passing through an intersection and all the lights turn green. So they're almost smashed between a bunch of cars. A bunch of windows start falling out of buildings as they pass by. And then finally, they enter into a trap called a snare, which is as John later explains it, a pocket universe dimension thing within London. Every city's got one, made up of overflowing nightmare energy. So it's just a horror-filled place of like people all hanging themselves and just crazy Doctor Strange geometry. And he's like, okay, here's the thing. I know where we are in a general sense, and these sort of places are like maze. There's always an entrance and there's always an exit. So all we got to do is just find the exit. And as he's trying to find the exit, he's stopped by this big beast called the Riddling Butcher. And he's like, the only way out is death. You got to kill yourself. That's it. That's the only way. For 40 years, I've guarded this place, and everyone's got to hang themselves. So here's your rope. Go ahead and hang yourself. And John's like, oh, well, when you put it that way, he starts to put on the noose. And Jules is like, dude, seriously? And he's like, no, not seriously. Okay, here's the thing. Riddling Butcher, I'm guessing you're not here voluntarily because this place kind of sucks. And also, I know because of whatever that the exit happens to be down your open neck hole because his head is also removed. Oh, and by the way, he's like about to torture Jules at this point. And Constantine puts out like, here's the thing. I bet that I can get you a deal. We're going to go out the exit. You're going to let us do that. And in return, you're going to get something. And he's like, I'm listening. So they made a deal off panel. We'll get to it. They make their way to a glasses shop. And this is where Jules calls it off. Just being like, hey, you good? You made it? You got where you need to go? Awesome. I'm out. Have fun. And he's like, yeah, no, all good. Say hi to the family. So as soon as he steps in, he's immediately caught in a circle trap by, I just said the name. I can't even remember. Sargon. That was it. And she's like, seriously? You managed to escape the Riddling Butcher and like the snare that my father set up? And you got caught in a circle trap? You suck, Constantine. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. So anyway, they arrive at this place, and Mystery and them have this random guy here who's just freaking out. And they're like, all right, so we've been torturing him and like probing his mind. He doesn't seem to know where the lens is. So why do you need him? And just like, oh, well, he knows where the lens is, but like he doesn't know where the lens is. And they're like, John, I'm so sick of this. Can you just give us a straight answer for once? And he's like, yeah, okay. Here's the thing. And, you know, there's a bit of like threatening in between here, but it doesn't really matter. Basically, he lays out the thing of this guy is Philip Croydon, and the item you're looking for is Croydon's compass. He is the son of the guy who made it. And as such, he knows where the lens is. And all you need in order to work it out is to put the lens in front of the needle and the dial, and the compass will activate. And they're like, okay, well, it's a glasses shop. Which one of these lenses is it? And he's like, you don't get it. It's one he never leaves without. It's the lens in his eye. And so as he's doing this, John puts his plan into place. And the Riddling Butcher immediately bursts in through the wall and starts attacking Mystery and Sargon. And apparently the deal was, because John already figured this out, was that if he likes poking out people's eyes so much, because that was the way he was going to torture Jules, he goes in and he just has to stab out Philip Croydon's eyes. So that way, nobody can have the compass. There will always only now be 2 parts. So, yeah, he does that. And the Riddling Butcher is then like, all right, so I'm free now. Thanks for that. And then he looks over at Sargon and he's like, wait a minute, your dad's the one who put me in that horror-filled nightmare world. Oh, I'm going to have some fun with you. And so Sargon has to fight off the Riddling Butcher, and Constantine's just like, well, anyway, I'm out, peace, and he just leaves. And the curse is still there, though. He's still unable to step foot in London without being, like, horribly, horribly ill. So he uses the snare, now that it has a new exit, now that the Riddling Butcher is gone, to then basically take a shortcut out of London, so he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. And he makes his way back to New York City. He then puts away the compass and he just sits down for a while and he's like, you know, I bet my enemies are still planning on what to do. I still have pissed off the cult of the Cold Flame. Mr. E and Sargon are surely still alive, so I guess I gotta get to work. And he pulls out what appears to be like a magic knife and he just aims it at the camera. I gotta say, I expected this story arc to be a lot longer. I expected to take up the whole of this trade. The fact that it's just a 3-issue long arc just to get you introduced to things, I'm not opposed, but I'm just surprised. It was good. I think the art is great. I do want to say that the covers, no offense to the cover artist, really not my style though, and definitely not indicative of what is inside the book. So if that's turning you off, just know it doesn't look anything like that. It actually looks pretty good. Beyond that, I mean, this arc was basically just to show Constantine has enemies everywhere. He is actually very quick thinking and smart, and he gets into a lot of trouble. I mean, that's basically the gist. And also, he has no regard for other humans' lives. But that kind of goes with the has enemies everywhere and is quick thinking and smart, because clearly you can't be self-serving or you can't be selfless in that sort of situation. So overall, I'd say this particular issue set up, or it paid off some of the setups from before. So it was solid. I'll give it like a flat 7. It's good. It's not great. I don't really know what more to say about it than that. I do look forward to what comes next, but it doesn't give me any hints of it besides Cult of the Blue Flame might just be, or Cold Flame? Red Flame? Cold Flame. Cold Flame is just going to be a recurring villain. So looking forward to it.